Simon Fell.
Chair, and thank you, Lisa, for joining us, and should be said for what you're doing as well. You're remarkably brave, and can only imagine the number of lives you're touching through what you're doing. I'm really interested in the work you're doing in schools and what you're seeing there, because obviously we're talking about cases where people are at points of crisis. You don't start as someone who's going to expose themselves. That starts earlier in your life, whether it's access to materials, whether it's the culture you live in, something enables you and empowers you to get to that point. So I just wonder whether you could talk a little bit about the culture you're seeing when you talk to young people, what they see as acceptable these days, what they see as something they can dismiss because it's so common, and what you think we specifically should be doing in that area to try and build up our defences, improve reporting, make sure we don't get more of these people getting to those points of crisis.
Yes, we've been doing. I'm doing some work with Thames Valley Police. We are devising at the moment an education package to go into sixth forms around the whole, non-contact stuff and safety at university, or all of the thing. We've done some focus groups with various schools, and we did a focus group with a boys' school, and a focus group with a mixed group of people that I went to those two, and it's very different. What the boys think and what the girls think. The boys know what's acceptable and what's not. I think there's an element of, if their mates are doing it or their mates think it's funny, then it's that being brave enough to call it out, to sort of say that's not okay to speak to a woman or do that. That's really hard for young men to do. Girls they don't want to make a fuss, so they know it's wrong, but they accept it. So I think they all know what's right and wrong, but it's whether it's given them the power to and the confidence to call it out and act on it. There was a school I was in, Windsor and Maidenhead Borough, and they have a school police officer who talks to them very openly about things like that. That seems to have had a huge impact on the children in the school, the young people in the schools. And I think it has to be a specific learning package, for them.
And presumably you'd advocate not just in schools, but going back into families and starting from there.
We just have to be more open and more honest with our young people. And where it starts is, like you said, they've been exposed to things, or there must be something in their earlier years that have made them all of a sudden decide to go out, So as women, and I don't like saying this, but as women, we bring up boys. We give birth to them and bring them up. So maybe we have to start talking to our young boys. I mean, my son, he's got 3 big sisters and me, so there's no way that he would dream to, well, I hope, step out of line. But we've always had open and honest conversations, and maybe it needs to start in the home, which again is about educating parents. And there's a whole massive structure that we need to change.
Thank you. And can I just ask one more, if I may? And this may be a stupid question, but I'll ask it anyway. We're obviously talking about predominantly males doing this against women. What do you see in schools around male to male or female to male? Is there much there at all?
I haven't seen it, but we do talk about it, and we have talked about it. And we have said to, in the focus group, we were saying it doesn't matter whether it's a female committing a non-contact sexual offence on a boy, or a boy on a girl, or a boy on a boy, or a girl on a girl. They are not right. They need reporting. So we haven't made it a male on female problem. It's a problem that nobody should have to deal with from whichever angle it was perpetrated.
Thank you.